Terrapagos. Tevalumi. What in tarnation? Professor Sada! This is a curious development. How have I somehow broken through the boundaries of space-time? And who are you? Ooh, nice frame rate. Are you the AI? What's that you say? You thought I was some robot imbued with an AI personality? Mommy! Now that's an idea. If I could create such a thing, it would be quite helpful. I am Professor Sada. I research Pokemon in Area Zero, and yep. GS. What? This Pokemon, is this the Winged King? We call it Koraidon. She could fix me. Is that right? So its name is Koraidon. That's a good name. GM? Paradox. From the clues you've already let slip, I suppose I would have to conclude, from your perspective, I must have come from the past. Though, of course, the complexities of space-time are beyond count. It's possible that our encounter might not even be occurring in a timeline connected to my own. Perhaps this meeting is nothing more than a fleeting miracle. Why don't we exchange as much useful data as we can, in what little time that fate has gifted us? Steinzergator! Is there anything you would like to ask me? Why are you here? I don't precisely know the cause. I was analyzing some recent data in my secret lab one moment, and the next I was standing here before you. Perhaps this is the influence of the crystal Pokemon that lies dormant in that place. Or perhaps the cause lies with you and I. Is there anything else you wish to ask me? What are you studying now? I'm researching methods to catch Pokemon and live in different timelines so I might transport them to the present day in my own timeline. It sounds fantastical, no doubt, but I am drafting plans now for a machine that may achieve it. You see, this book captured my imagination when I read it as a child, has never let me go. But progress has been slow and beset by failures. I haven't left my lab in quite some time now. I desperately hope that I might glean some new insight from this conversation, so I can finally make some progress and return home. Is there anything else? What about your family? Oh, you even wish to know about my private life. I do have family. A son. He is probably at home right now. Well, no, I suppose right now could be inaccurate. Whenever and wherever he is, I imagine he must be quite lonely. Arvin. Or Arvin, I forget his name. Now, let us trade places in this exchange. I'd say the time has come for my own questions. What is this place? It doesn't appear to be anywhere in Paldea. This here is the Crystal Pool. So we're at Kitakami's Crystal Pool, eh? I remember reading about it in certain texts. It's said to be a place where water wells up from the ground imbued with terrestrial energy. It would seem that I have been shifted quite far in both space and time. My next question then. That Pokemon you have, the Winged King. Koraidon. Tell me more about it. You can ride it all over the place. My initial thought was that it bears a striking resemblance to Cyclizer, wouldn't you agree? Perhaps some ancient form of Cyclizer. If so, it does lend a hint of credence to my hypothesis. Agia? That book you have there, I don't recognize its cover. What is it? The Hidden Treasure of Area Zero. Would you let me see it just for a moment? The White Book. Descriptions of the Area Zero Underdepths. And a record of Terrapagos awakening. Who was this Briar to have written such a work? She's a descendant of Heath. Now, isn't that something? A descendant of the author of the original Scarlet book. Exploration runs in the family, I see. At any rate, that is a book that would ignite the imagination of any true scientist. I'm sorry, but I simply must have the time to read this book more thoroughly. Looks like our time is fading. Oh, the mist is closing in once again. I assume that means our time is near its end. Gia. I wish I could spend longer getting to know the Winged King, but I must hurry. That book, I imagine it must be quite valuable. It wouldn't feel right for me to claim it without offering you any recompense. In exchange then, though I'd hate to part with something so precious to me, would you consider trading me that book for my copy of the Scarlet Book? No. I like the White Book. Please, you must reconsider. No. Ah, fine. And she looks so sad. I obtained the Scarlet Book. A record of expedition to the great crater of Paldea, given to you by Professor Sada. That book has the name Sada written on it in a clumsy handwriting. I appreciate this more than you can imagine. Perhaps I should take this chance to go home and enjoy a bit of downtime with a good book. This is where we part, fellow adventurer and Winged King. How lucky we were to meet across space and time. I bid you adieu. The space-time continuum is emerging. Man, why does every game that I like has like space-time continuum? The Chronosphere from Red Alert 2. So when we destroy the Space Witch... Well, you don't like her? You want a Hyper Beamer? What the... Ooh. Cool. New title screen. New music. Lovely. Nice piano. Nice sunset. My man, your voice is so soothing. Thank you. That deserves a webcam. Brofist.